All right, the last thing we're going to look at dealing with percents is going to be simple interest and compound interest. So simple interest, what it's going to do is tell us how much we pay in interest on a loan, or how much we make in interest on a loan. So the formula is going to be I equals PRT, where I is your interest. P is the principal paid, so money you begin with. R is your annual rate of interest, and then T is time in years. So now, if you're doing simple interest and your given time in months, you do need to divide by 12. So always break it down 2 years. Okay? So just a quick note, if it was 36 months, you would divide that by 12, and that would equal 3 years. Okay? So now to find simple interest of $300 borrowed for 3 years at an annual rate of 4%, we're just going to plug that into this equation up here. So we are given that our principal, our starting amount, is that $300. So our interest equals, so $300 is our principal times our rate, so that's 4%, which is 0.04, and then times our years, which is 3. Okay, so now when we plug this in, it'll kick out what our interest is. So just the interest that we make or that we would pay on a loan. So 3 times 0.04 times 3 equals $36. Okay, and that's how you use that equation. We're given our principal, our starting amount, our rate, and then our time. Okay, so once again, same thing, find the simple interest of that should be interest on a $220 loan at a 5% annual rate for 4 years. So once again, we're going to set up I equals 220 is our starting amount, or our principal. It's 220, not. We're going to times by our rate is 5%. Convert that to 0.05, and then times that by 4. Okay, so this is going to equal, so 220 times 0.05 would be $11. $11 times 4 would be 44. So I just did this multiplication first. Multiplying by a 0.05 is like taking half and then also moving the decimal over 1 to the left. So half of 220 is 110. Move the decimal over 1. And then you times that 11 by 4. You can put this all in the calculator, so that's just how I did it in my head. But you get $44 is your interest. So $44 made in 4 years on this deposit, or you pay $44 extra if you borrow $220. Okay, so that one is simple interest. Now looking at compound interest, we're going to be using to the power, but you're going to still have some of the same things. We're still going to have our principal, our rate, and then our time. This time, however, we are finding our balance. So this would be if you invest money in something and you get a rate of return. So B is your balance, so principal plus your interest, so the total when you're all done, not just your interest. P is the principal, R is your annual rate, interest rate, and then T is the time in years. So this one will work a little different. So you deposit $5,000 in a bank account that pays 3.75% interest, compounded annually. So we want to know what our balance is going to be after 9 years. So we're going to set it up. B equals, so our P, our principal, is right here, this $500 or $5,000. Okay, and we're going to times that by 1 plus our rate. So that's 1 plus our 3.75%, which I'm just going to convert that into a decimal. So 0.0375. And then we're going to take that to the 9th power. So in years is our power, and that's going to be to the 9th. And when we're entering this in a calculator, once you put this all in right here, you're going to use this symbol right here on your calculator to raise it to that 9th power. So we've got 5,000 times 1.0375, and then we're going to raise that up to the 9th. Okay, and so what this shows us is that our B is going to equal 6,964 and 7 cents. I rounded, it was 0.06, I rounded to 0.07. So if you deposited $5,000 into a bank in 9 years, you would make almost $2,000. Okay, so same thing here. It's going to be compound interest. So you deposit $3,000 in a bank account. So that $3,000 is our principal. So $3,000. Okay, and now you're going to times that by 1 plus your rate. The rate here is 4.25%. So I'm going to move that decimal over and make it a decimal instead of a percent. Okay, and then just going to raise it to the 12th power for 12 years. All right, so now we're just going to plug this in the calculator. 3,000 times 1.0425, and that's going to be to the 12th power now. Okay, and so then this will kick out that B is equal to 4,943 and 49 cents. Okay, so once again, you're almost making $2,000 over 12 years. Okay, and so one thing how this kind of works is in investments, some people will set up a college fund. So let's say your parents start a college fund for you and put $2,500 into savings. So it's going to be compounded interest. So we're going to use our formula B equals PR, or P times 1 plus R to the T power. And so here our principal is $2,500. Okay, we times that by 1 plus our rate. I'm going to convert that 5.5% into 0.055. And then our years, our T is going to be 18. So we put that in the calculator. 2,500 times 1.055, and then that's going to be to the 18th power, and it's going to kick out that B is going to be equal to $6,553. Oops. Make that a little straighter. $553.67. Okay, so there it more than doubles, and so that $2,500 turns into $6,500 over that span of 18 years. All right, so that is going to be compound interest, or sorry, simple interest and compound interest using percents. The main thing is you're just going to plug in values for the equations. So the given parts, you're going to plug in your principal, your rate, and your time for compound interest. And then for simple interest, same thing. You're just going to plug in your principal here, your rate, and then your time.